thing. Like I'm just usually shy to, be myself with new people, like new speakers whom I never met in my life.
Because
So
you're
like
afraid they will have, the soul trauma
they,
until
they,
the
they-
end of their days.
I'm just afraid that they're gonna be like, I'm gonna say something and they're gonna be just like,
Okay,
Okay.
that was interesting.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
so yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to
Um,
be nice at least somehow.
can you please, Lara, invite the audio recording bot to the chat?
Yes, I can do it in any chat or on. Okay, I'm gonna do it in bot,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
how to
Yes.
invite him? Okay, I found
Invite.
it.
Yeah. Okay, we're live
Invite the
on
boat.
YouTube. Yes, we
Have
are live
you
on
seen
YouTube.
Fort Boyard, the show when you were little?
Sorry, what again? I guess it didn't
Fort
work.
Boyard, when people were going to
Oh,
this fort on
yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle
yeah.
of the sea, and they were like making these ridiculous tasks, and at the end, Monica turned the head of the tiger, and no,
No, I
okay,
don't remember that.
okay,
Maybe
then
you were too small back then.
Yeah, there is a huge chance. Like I cannot. I texted this, but it didn't work for some reason.
What? Since when the bots don't listen to you?
Never. I don't know. I never tried it. I texted the same message as you did, but I deleted that nobody would see my shame that it didn't work.
Because you didn't give the bot the privilege. Bots need to be privileged.
So you like before
On
you
air, yes, you have to enable Craig.
oof. And where's
On air,
okay.
and now you can invite it to live.
Okay. Because I thought last time it worked, so but it's
Did
still not here. But you
No,
wrote
no. Yeah, that's experimental technology.
no, join live, not invite, join live. Hmm. Still no.
Craig, bot. I mean, you're
No.
showing me from the worst position ever.
He's not with us.
No, we need Craig. Well, Craig is a backup system, so it's not that we need him too much.
Yeah, but just
Okay,
in
now
case.
he's never coming. After you said so.
Probably I broke it.
Probably you broke something. Yeah, I don't know. As always. Did you Okay, I'm not gonna ask any questions. Oh, he's here.
Now recording.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Thanks for telling.
Yeah. So what Craig does is basically that's sort of like a dictaphone, right? And it records all
separately.
of us
Yeah.
separately. So if one of the audio streams is borked for any reason, or asynchronized or something, it's super easy to restore.
Oh, by the way, where does it save the audio? Is it like going somewhere in your
In the
computer?
cloud.
So where you can find it then?
In the cloud? It's a ceiling. Okay. Please continue entertaining yourselves and people watching us on Twitch and YouTube, and I'll pop us on other channels.
So you already streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
I love
Nice.
Craig. He looks nice. I had no idea that you have this bear-looking bot.
Actually we just invited him like not so long time ago, I guess,
After Eddie.
after Eddie, because we had issues with him. So
Eddie, we had issues with you.
Now you know. This is how it's revealed during a live.
Yeah, come again. I will tell you.
yeah. So after that, we figured out that there is such bot, and so we are using it right now.
Yeah. So
So
you are
yeah.
already in Lithuania. You already are self-quarantining in Lithuania.
No, I already finished my quarantine here.
Yay.
Yay! So I
So
can
now
go
what?
outside.
Are you allowed to walk around the house, or you're allowed to go somewhere?
I can, as far as I understood, I can go anywhere right now. I mean, like everything is closed. Almost
Mhm.
everything is closed, but I'm still allowed to go
Didn't they
outside.
open?
They-
Didn't they open their hairdressers
Yes,
and other
but like I
salons
don't.
and some shops and?
I'm not sure about shops. Well, coffee places, some of them are working. But well, I saw that like those hair places are opened, but I don't
Yeah,
need
you
them. So
mentioned
like,
this as if you can go to the hair place like every day on the row. This is a
yeah.
one-time thingy, you know. You
I
do
mean,
that once a
well,
year and that's it. Well,
I
maybe
mean,
for
look at
guys that's
me. Like
different.
well,
this Chewbacca look is not because I want to look like Chewbacca. I mean, it's like
But it's
yeah,
a
but I mean,
stylish Chewbacca with the things in the
it's just the
beard.
poor video quality.
that's very good because Christy, I guess, was complaining to me that he looks like a hobo, or maybe my mom was complaining. I don't remember who exactly.
I
He was
mean,
like, "Why do I look like a hobo?"
like recently walking around the town, and there was like a proper hobo running, like walking there, and he looked better than I, and I'm like,
So, oh yes, I guess so. Krista told this story to my mom, and mom told this story to me. So I guess this is how it worked. But it was very funny. I'm like, yes, this is exactly.
it was very
But
sad. It was very sad
for
that,
you,
like, you
and
know,
probably for Christy.
So hairdressers don't work in Stockholm, or what happened? Or you just don't want to go and risk?
and risk.
I guess
And
it's very expensive, and like the quality is not good as far as I understood. So like he's just waiting for Lithuania. But I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, like what would I do with those like hair salons here? Like just enter them and sit there for no reason. Like just everything else is closed. I just gonna chill out here. No, of course. So
I
just
can
walking
see some
around the
people
street.
coming. I'll talk to them. Yeah, why not?
Ooh, real people.
human
Yeah.
Wow.
connection. 2021.
Yeah, yeah, they're real. Oh my god.
Can I touch you? No, no, sorry.
Imagine that would be so creepy.
It
Oh
will
my
be.
god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, oh my god, you look not 2D. Oh, this is fancy.
So you
New
don't need to
technologies or
mute
what?
yourself. We hear you from the first try.
We can see you, and there is no problems with connection. And I don't need even a bot for that. Oh my
What's going on
god.
here? I went like to tweet something, and there is a total disorder.
It's okay. It's okay. You told us to entertain ourselves. That's what we're doing
Yeah,
here.
we
We
are
don't need you here.
imagining.
Yes, but
Yes. Yes.
it's funny because it's true, right?
Yeah.
Just don't forget
I
to
mean,
push the
no.
record button, and that's it.
Yes, please. Yes,
That's
please.
important. Very important.
And make an intro or something, that would be good. Also.
Yesterday I forgot to make the intro, and after an hour live, I'm like, I forgot to make an intro. Like, shall I do an intro now? And everybody was like, no.
No. No.
So we
No.
shipped the video without an intro, and it didn't
I
become
mean,
worse,
I guess
right?
nobody actually cared much.
Yeah,
It's
But
like
because
I guess everybody skips the intro anyway.
or closes the video when I start
Why do
doing
you
the
think
intro.
everybody skipped the intro?
because Netflix has a button skip intro and everyone is pushing that button.
Very nice button, though.
Yeah,
think
but we
so.
don't have the button, so
No.
So that's why people just stop
would
watching
have
the
to
video.
scroll or
That's why
go
he
down to
asking me
the
to make the
TOC.
TOC for every
Yeah.
video. Yeah. So like people would know where they can skip.
Where is the skip button? Okay, now I
Very
see the
manual
point.
skip button.
Did you see the TOC she made for a video with Orbit, like with Josh? Like for the first 20 minutes, she's like nothing happening.
No, I
It's
haven't
like
seen
some
it.
boring stuff, like nice zero start, some boring stuff. 20, okay, talking about communities.
Okay, my
Yeah,
joke
because they
finally. Lera's like, Lera's joking. That's it. The show is
The
over.
actual interesting part, my
Yes.
jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, a few more minutes and we're starting. So glad that you've
Yeah.
warmed up.
Yeah, I guess I'm watching your videos with live and even on playback, and I guess I never noticed that you have intros. It's always very casual, like flow into the conversation.
Seriously? How is
So
it?
when you're
Hello, people.
yeah, it's nice, but is it an intro? It's not an intro. It's just hello.
It's like everything is
So
okay.
maybe
People
we
are
launch our
joking.
parody show or something like that, where Lera will be pretty much simulating what Ollie is saying usually.
Stand-up
And
show.
Yeah.
yeah,
Stand-up show
Stand-up
about
show.
communities. That will be something
yeah.
new.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it's supposed to be online, of course, because it's about online communities. So
Yeah.
yeah, new business idea.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
So
it's
this is
not a
the intro
stand-up
that we are
show.
talking about.
It's a sit in front of the computer show.
See.
Don't go after the
Okay.
words.
That's what the show is
Okay.
about. People who just joined us, you joined the sit in front of the computer show. Enjoy it. Now
You're
we are
welcome.
going to start with our jokes. Lera is first.
Yes.
Lera, go on. What have you prepared for today?
Hello. I can't.
You
I
can
don't
do
know.
the
He's
catch my
making such
microphone
funny voice
jokes.
all the time. He was doing this yesterday for some reason when we'd be talking with the. Yes. And you're like started talking like this. I'm like, oh my god, should I make this joke again or it would be improper? I don't know.
You need to make like a mashup of your jokes and upload it as a separate video on YouTube. I think it will be a good funnel, a good top of the funnel for people.
Yes,
Yeah, or
actually,
maybe we can
maybe.
actually apply to some stand-up shows with that. You never know what's your talent, right?
Yeah.
Until you try.
Yes. So
What
we
is the
started as a
microphone joke?
startup. So I don't know. Alec likes to do that. I don't know, talk like this. So the microphone doesn't catch his sound and like you cannot hear him. I don't know. It's his hobby or something. That's how he feels. But we're used to that.
Is
We
he
love
listening to
him.
us?
Flipping
Alec?
for some reason, a little bit. We lose you from time to time.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because maybe I was doing the catch my microphone joke or it was
No, you're just freezing. Maybe the internet is not that good.
Interesting. When I'm trying to add hashtag for Discord in Facebook, it autocompletes as Slack.
How
what?
come? You're right, Discord, and then it changes into
Yes.
Slack.
Or well, I mean, it suggests, right, right. Like you start with hashtag and then DIS and it's like Slack.
So Facebook has some sort of
Okay.
friendship with Slack.
Now they figured
That's
out
what
additional
you're
source
saying?
of monetization. I don't
Check
know.
conspiracy theory about Slack. Go.
Okay.
let's let's
Facebook
brainstorm.
invested in Slack. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is how rumors are born.
Fake news and rumors and
Yeah.
vaccines don't work. That's all.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's not get into this. I think we are live on enough channels already, and
Okay.
so
Serious face.
not necessarily, but let's try to outline what are we gonna talk about today. About Anna, about paid communities, about Anna's 155
communities?
activities.
Okay. Yeah.
Managed to cut them down to 3. So
Okay.
Oh.
it's an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will you highlight those 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're
Anything
gonna talk
else?
this.
Anything
about
else?
this.
Lara and Karina, did you bring anything else you wanted to talk about
Well, our
to
episode is called Paid Communities, so I guess we should actually talk about paid communities, not like last time when we talked about Orbit for 30 minutes. So I'm expecting to talk about, paid communities.
never forget,
Good
never
enough.
forget, never forget,
Yes.
never
Give.
forget,
Yes.
never forgive. Fine.
But the conversation about Orbit was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too. As a listener, I liked it too.
Okay.
Yeah. It was good to know
Well,
how you integrate sales.
probably I'm the only hater of our content, I guess. So,
So, shall we start? Shall we start?
of course.
With a boring intro.
Hello. No, with this hello thing. Please do that. Please.
What about
And press record
LinkedIn?
button. Press record button.
People. You are such a bullies. Not all of you, but like 25% of people in this chat.
People, not including the Craig bot, yeah?
Yeah, we also have Craigbot. Don't forget about him. He's the bully.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Hello, everybody watching us on all the channels. I was to do a fridge joke. Now that's a creepy intro. Let's do something else.
Okay, try one more time.
One more time, and we're
I
doing
guess
it without.
it was too much bullying for him, so he feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's okay.
Let me fix the cam. For some reason, like when we're trying to be professional and nice, people don't like it. But when we do crazy stuffs and go rogue and just be funny, for some reason people resonate with it a lot. I don't get, like, do you like when the painting is creepy or when it's leveled?
Leveled, of course.
Leveled, yeah.
Now lamp is creepy.
Yes, but now the lamp is creepy.
I guess you
What's
can.
better? People watching us, you can vote too. Do you prefer creepy?
I'm for picture. I
This
mean,
is the
I
most
want
stupid
leveled
vote
picture.
ever. Vote for lamp or picture. That's why we
So-
gathered here today.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
voting for that,
Minimize
and then the creepy
and
juice
that.
wins. Like let's creepy picture, creepy lamp, now creepy dude. Okay. We are
Maybe
live on
let's
6
start.
channels, and today we gonna talk about paid communities, how Anna does it in Discord, how Anna managed to shrink from 155 activities to doing just 3, and why, and what are the priorities, and something around these lines. If you write something in all of the chats, we sort of watch them. So we'll probably ask you a question if it's a good question. Otherwise, in 40-ish minutes, we'll get back to off the record chat in our Discord, and that's where you will be able to ask your boring question off the record. Everybody gonna be fine about it.
You're being so nice today.
And you're being to spinning cubes today, which is also fine.
Oh.
So,
Oh well.
Anna, let's talk actually about yourself. You are now in Yerevan, Armenia.
Yes, I'm in Yerevan, Armenia, but I hope to relocate very, very soon. Something
Yeah,
I'm
we're
thinking.
looking for that. I'm like literally entering the chat and like looking how you're trying to relocate, following the whole story.
Yeah. But I actually, I for the last few months, I became this obsessed person with relocation. But now I'm kind of letting go that story because, first of all, we have a couple of options that might work, and I don't need to stress about that anymore. And the second one is I understood that I'm being very obsessed, and sometimes
No, but for me,
I
like,
need
I don't know,
to be
personally,
sad.
it was interesting to look like you're like, okay, I'm going there. Oh no, it didn't work like this. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
going this. But it was still interesting to see what kind of options did you have. And
Let's
yeah, it was
probably
a very
mention that
interesting.
Anna is a resident of our community, and this is the chat that everybody are referring to. Like
Yeah.
different, several of them, where we discuss
yeah,
different stuff.
yeah, in our
And
community.
Anna's
So
relocation
join
as
our
well.
community and you can follow how
Yeah.
Anna is trying to relocate.
Follow my life journey.
Yes.
Yep. And that's the people channel where we will hang out in 40 minutes. So back to Anna and back to paid communities.
Yes.
Raccoon FM.
Yes.
We're not here to be nice. And this is how you're putting that. Um,
I agree with you.
I like
I
it.
like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
I like the tech that we're not here to be nice. Can you talk a bit more about why being nice is not good? And like how do you convince people to pay you money to join your community so you're not nice to them?
Yes, I will gladly tell you how people are appreciating our approach of not being nice to them. So, first of all, I think we need to start that Raccoon is a community for podcasters. So, it's a place where podcasters are coming to get feedback, honest feedback about their podcast, understand how they can grow their podcast, and a lot of stuff. Find out a good technology for that podcast because podcasting is a very, very fragmentized experience. You are unwillingly, maybe you don't want to, but you kind of have to use different tools just to make your podcast and run with it. So, Raccoon was created specifically for podcasters, and the starting story was actually pretty interesting. We wanted to build a product for podcasters, and we had no idea how to get feedback on our product. And my co-founder actually went to Reddit and posted on the subreddit podcast saying, "Hey guys, we will listen to your podcast for free, and we will give you an honest feedback." And although there was a separate thread, a weekly thread where people were submitting their podcast to kind of get an honest feedback, we got actually 60 to 70 requests. And that was an aha moment for us because podcasting is a very lonely road. And when you're just starting, you kind of don't know what are you doing right, what are you doing wrong. Maybe you don't have the good structure. Maybe you don't have a good intro. Maybe you're kind of trying to grow your podcast in a niche that's not that big. And there are a lot of questions. And where our not being nice part comes in is usually what we heard from our members is that we ask our friends and family to listen to our podcast and tell what they think about it, and they'll all say it's nice, it's great, you're doing fine. And when someone unbiased listens to it, they actually don't have that emotional connection to them, and they don't have to be nice and say nice things to them. And that's how our tagline was created. We're not here to be nice. We're not saying that everything is fine. We are actually trying to help you improve and learn about not only podcasting as a technical process, but also how to grow it, how to find your niche, how to maybe structure a podcast in a better way for your niche. So that's that unbiased feedback is what we call that we are not nice.
So basically, I have a question. So if I'm coming, for example, to you with my podcast about, I don't know, like rocket science or something
Mhm.
that you don't know, and like, can you help me with that? So you're gonna, I don't know, tell me how to make a structure better, how to make an
Yeah.
intro better, or okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we're
that
if you're
makes sense.
coming to us with your rocket science podcast, we're actually researching what are other podcasts who are in the same niche as you, and we see how they are performing. For example, in Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, they are usually ranking you based on your popularity. And we're going to the niches that you're operating in, seeing what other people are implementing, and we're actually coming to you with ideas on how you can improve it. If we see that, for example, science-based podcasts, and we have one science-based podcast in our community. They're usually not very long. They try to provide bite-sized information, or they're mainly interviews with scientists in that talk in a human way. So that's just an example of what we do.
Mhm.
We see what works in your niche, and we try to give you feedback based off of that.
Come you end up with having a community? How come you had this idea to start running a community?
It was just a very snap decision because we had, as I mentioned, we have 60 to 70 requests, and it was very hard to manage all of them. And at the beginning, we actually did not have a community. We started a YouTube channel, Raccoon, which we're currently not very updating. But we started with a YouTube channel on which we did a live stream. And we understood that people were coming and they were communicating in the chat and they were starting to talk to each other in the chat. But when the live stream was over, the connection was kind of lost. And we just, based off that one live stream, we understood that we need a place where people are actually talking to each other. And we wanted to sustain this place. Again, we wanted to build a product for podcasters, and we wanted to have a unified place where we kind of redirect our members and also other people who are coming to us. So that's why we decided to kind of create the community from scratch.
Mhm. And could you describe a little bit more like your community, where you host it? Is it
Mhm.
Discord? Do you do some audios there? Well, I guess you do. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little bit on that.
Yeah, our community is hosted on Discord, and it was a very like straightforward decision for us to go after Discord, just because I myself I know what are the best community platforms out there, what people are using in general, and for our specific case, because we needed a lot of communication, like not only audio communication but also video communication, because we are doing meetups, uh, semi-regular meetups with our community members inside of the community. We wanted a place where we can have audio and video channels, so we can maybe transfer our live streams from our YouTube channel to our um, community. And we wanted a place that can be easily monetized. So we started the Discord community, and then we discovered Memberful, which was our provider that helped us to monetize the community in the beginning. But then we understood that we're paying too much money to Memberful, because they are not only charging $25 a month, but also a transaction fee. And after the transaction and also the Stripe fees, it was coming to a very big amount at the end of the month. So we decided to, first of all, get rid of the Memberful, and kind of we created our own onboarding flow, which was now people are filling in Typeform, and at the end of the Typeform, they are paying, and at the end of the payment, they received an email which has the invite link. So this is
Okay.
how our community is working right now. I guess you can say a bit manual. We don't kind of have ever a lot of automations around it, but it works for us. It's cheaper than it was with Memberful.
And it was paid from the very beginning, from the very start?
It was paid from around 1 month. After 1 month, we had this huge flow of podcasts that wanted to get our opinion, and we just understood that we can't manage that big of a flow. And we decided to do what a lot of actually paid communities started this way. They decided that they are getting too much members, and the only way to sustain the quality and the quantity was just to add a paywall. And we added a paywall, and immediately after adding it, we launched on Product Hunt, and it was a pretty successful launch. We got a few paid members from that launch, and yeah, that's how we went paid.
259 upvotes on Product
Yeah.
Hunt. Can you talk a bit more about launching on Product Hunt, since it's hard? It's hard
It
to
is.
launch on Product Hunt, and you have a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, a lot of support. Did you campaign to get it, or did it just happen because you're so awesome, or what's the secret?
The secret was actually we both, me and my friend with whom we are managing the community, we both have a quite big network in our local Armenian community, but also I had my Twitter account, and I had kind of a lot of people who I supported and who were there to support me when I was launching something. And I think with Product Hunt, it's a lot of people think that it's the end all be all of your launch. Like, this is the big day of launching on Product Hunt, and this is the big day when I will get a lot of upvotes, a lot of attention. But it is important to get a good launch on Product Hunt. But the fun part actually comes after that, because after the launch, you still get a lot of traffic on your website. And if you are lucky, you get featured on their newsletter, and they feature you on their Twitter account. And you get a lot of requests, like good and strange requests at the same time. Some people try to sell you something, and some people try to get interview from you. And we actually got a few interview requests from small newsletters that were running in the podcasting niche, and we kind of did that too. So the product hunt launch, as I mentioned, we did it on a very spontaneous note. We added the paywall, and because we knew that it's not the end all be all for our existence, we just next day, literally maybe the day after that, we just pushed the launch button and we went live. And basically I was tweeting all day. My co-founder, she is in LA, so when I went to sleep, she started tweeting. And it was a very interesting combination of 24-hour launch for both of us. And that's how we did it. I guess.
But did you get to the, I don't know, to the top of Product Hunt or to some other top charts, or was it just like a few sales that you did? Like, what's the outcome beyond the dopamine?
Beyond the dopamine, oh my god, the dopamine was crazy. I can't tell you how much dopamine I got. Like at the end of the day, I got a headache, such a severe headache from all the
no.
tweeting and all the talking about that thing. But we got to top 10 products of that day, and we also were featured in their newsletter. And I don't remember actually if they tweeted about us, but we were on the newsletter for sure.
Yeah. So Armenian community, you're awesome. You support people like Anna.
Yeah.
You have my respect, very deep respect. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
Why did you
talk?
decide to make the community paid? Because this is not a very obvious question, and this is something that we've been thinking also, thinking not in a sort of like apply to our community, but just thinking
Oh,
as
maybe. Oh,
interested,
maybe.
yeah, interested
Yeah.
in this type of monetization model. So how you come up to this decision?
Uh, so we had a big flow of requests to review the podcasts, and we kind of decided that it's the best way to contain the flow is to just put a price tag on it. And it actually it decreased the flow dramatically, like
Yeah, I was
dramatically.
about to ask this, like how much percentage
It
decreased.
was
So yeah.
very, very dramatical decrease, but at the end of the day, I think it was a good decision for us because we want to create a product on the back end. We kind of already have a validated idea and a validated price that people are ready to pay for our product. And that's first. And the second is, I think running paid communities in general is very hard because people are not just joining for the community. And if they join, it's a very rare example if they join just for the community. Usually paid communities come with I don't know, paid courses that are becoming free when you join the community, or I don't know, big library of digital downloads or a product. So paid community in of itself is not a usual thing that you will see. It's community is usually a feature in a product, not a product itself.
Come for the product, stay for the community. That's what they say.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what
So
they
it's
say.
like
But
a softer journey into the sales, let's
yeah,
say.
it's a software journey into the sales. A second, you understand what people are really ready to pay for. When you're saying we have people in our community, and we also do this thing that is like feedback to podcasts. And also the second one, we actually at the beginning we were offering it's automations and helping people with to automate their podcasting stack. We understood that actually we might had a hypothesis that people really need the automations, but yet at the end of the day they were still coming for the feedback. So we're kind of this way we're understanding what people really need. And right now podcasters mainly need to understand how to grow, how their podcast is actually performing. Like we're not there to be nice. Again, we will say if they are like doing strange things on their podcast.
Mhm.
So that's having a paid community is very a good way to validate your idea and validate your feature sets if you, in future you want to also add a product to it.
Oh, by the way,
And
do you feel like any pressure having like paid community? Because I don't know, I think that if I would have paid community, I would feel that I need to give people something more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like even pressure right now that I'm not entertaining people enough, even in our community, even though it's for free. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, if you have a paid community, do you feel any pressure? Because the expectations of people probably are like kind of higher because okay, we are paying, so we want something more than just
I
this.
gave you $5. What is my joke? I gave you $5 this month.
Give me some stand-up jokes.
Yeah.
I have heard the microphone joke already 30 times. I need
Yeah.
more.
I
What is the
already
new
caught my
joke?
microphone. Stop it.
Oh.
And people, if you joined and saw this, in a few tenths of minutes, we are closing the show and moving to the off the record people's channel in our Discord. That's where we're gonna go haywire. What you have just seen, it's not haywire just yet. It's just a light
It's the tip
demo.
of the iceberg.
Yes. Yes. Imagine what you can get for $5. What is the price for the community? I see on the website it's 75 euros, right? One time payment
Dollars. It's one
in
time
dollars.
fee now. Yes, we actually changed the model from from memberships to one-time fee because people are not very interested in if they are coming to get one-time feedback. It makes sense for them to pay one-time fee and just get access to the community rather than increasingly get charged for one or two feedbacks that they're getting. So that's how we decided to change our pricing model. But actually, we got a few requests from our community members that were saying, if you had a Patreon page, we will be happy to support you with $5 or $2 a month. Yeah, that was very nice when we heard that. So maybe we will be adding like very low tier Patreon functionality to it. Not right now, but in the future we are thinking about it.
Maybe we should also make a Patreon. I don't know. Maybe we can force somebody to pay us $2 or $5. No,
You,
no.
you can write a bot that is like spitting out jokes once per month.
But you already have
Um,
some options for $1 and for $3, I think. What was that? Oh, Craig just left
Craig
us.
left
Okay.
us. Oh,
Bye,
no.
Craig.
Yeah. What was the question again? Sorry.
I was asking, I saw that you already have some options to buy something for $1 and for $3, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken. I
I don't
was,
think we had one. I
no?
have a separate like thing that I'm selling for $6. No, $7 if that's that's a thing that you maybe saw. I made a handbook for audio first communities, how to run, grow, and manage audio communities. And that's I'm selling for $7 again, one time fee. But our community never had a separate tier for $1 or $2.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Okay. So it's like the second your activity that you're interested right now, the making
Yeah,
the book about
the three activities so I don't know if I
okay.
don't think a lot of people know me, but I'm kind of known not just in this server but on other communities as well as a person who does like 10,000 things at the same time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that led me to a huge burnout last year. Like for a whole month, I was not able to do anything. I was just a waffle sitting on a couch watching Netflix.
Oh,
And
that's how you know the skip intro button.
I'm a master of it. Yeah, I watched The Crown. I watch every show that I could find on Netflix, and and that forced me to kind of cut everything back. Basically, I cut everything back. I had a podcast about communities, and I stopped making it. I had I kind of right now also have a platform where I have directories a community directory where you can submit your community and people would discover you. I still have that, but I'm not very eager to. I'm maintaining it, but not in that aggressive way that I was maintaining it before, like promoting left and right. Now I'm only writing my newsletter, and I'm only focused on building the product that we want to launch because I'm the engineer. And
Oh yes, you're engineer. Yes.
yeah, I'm the engineer.
I mean, to
Yeah.
me, that's the most interesting part. I mean, we've been talking about Anna like she's, the business person, the hustler, the community expert, but actually, and
He's
like the
engineer.
audiobooks, yeah, and actually, she like you're in the back end and DevOps, right?
Yeah,
That's your main specialty.
yeah, I'm a full stack
So,
founder. How? That's the question.
how many lives have you lived? I mean, by
I'm living just this one right now. It's going fine as of now.
Yeah,
okay,
with your 155 activities. So yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
cut down to 3. Yeah, and no, I think while you can be that person that has a lot of interests, I think it's important to understand what can you monetize first of all, because not all your hobbies can be monetized, and second of all, what brings you joy. And in my case, writing content and writing code bring me a lot of joy, and that's what I decided to focus on, is instead of spreading myself on all imaginable channels, all in imaginable places, like yeah,
like
Yeah,
starting a mastermind group. That's
yeah,
that's the latest thing on your community weekly newsletter.
now, by
Um,
the way, off top about newsletters, I don't know, I just remembered that. I'm sorry. I was scrolling them and I really like how you're writing in the end, like with love from Armenia. I'm like,
yes,
oh, that's so cute
with
in
a little
person.
heart,
Yes, and like with this heart. I don't know. I just wanted to tell this. Just read her newsletters. I don't know. It warms my heart so much for some
with love
reason.
from my.
Yeah.
I see a lot that people are putting in the bottom, like with love, made with coffee and love, and that's it. Okay, I'm not a huge like coffee drinker, but I make with love, so make with love from
Yeah.
Armenia.
But it's still like it really caught my attention. I was like, okay, that's very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you
So
can go.
what are
Oh,
the I will let me go.
okay.
So what are the three main activities that you are going to focus on? Because you keep mentioning that
Yeah.
you just highlighted the three of them.
Yeah, the first one is my newsletter, Community Weekly. The second one is the product that we're building. We are actually right now even in the stage where we're rethinking all the functionality. So I don't know when that will launch, but we're building that product. And also, I'm very into writing digital downloads like books, ebooks, and small guides. So I want to dabble into that, like making small, like digestible ebooks, or I don't know, Notion templates or templates for anything, basic or Airtable basis, and sell that as a standalone one-time payment product.
And where's engineering part in those three activities?
The building product, part is the part.
Okay, okay, okay.
And the product is automation, pretty much of the consultancy service that you provide on the podcasting,
Yes,
or that's
something
something
like that.
different.
Something
Okay.
like that. Like we like to call it podcast management system. We don't know how, or podcast CRM, because there are CRMs there. We have a tagline. Just a second. Um, oh my god, what was that? There are podcasts about CRMs, but there are no CRMs for podcasts.
Okay.
Let's do.
Yeah.
can we sign for a beta testing? Since for our Baltic Founders live video series, we have to ship it to the older populations who haven't figured out Twitch just yet. So can
You
we
are
can we can we start try can we try your product, or can people watching us try your product while it's in alpha or beta, and perhaps
when
support
yes.
you?
When we will be on beta, as your community is deep in my heart, you will get access to that product
So
for sure.
cute.
Yes.
Thank you
I'm
very
actually
much.
bragging about you a lot because I like how you build the community. I feel myself in home here. That's why I'm aggressively typing a lot. That's my love language, aggressively typing.
We will have to wrap it up within 10 minutes and get to the off the record, but you people are still invited to join us in people in the Discord community. What do we ask Anna about before we leave?
Can I
Probably
ask
we
the question not related to communities? Because that's the question that
Of
bothers me
course,
a
you
lot.
can
Since
go.
you're
Yes.
yeah, okay. Thanks for the permission. So the question is actually about podcast and audio first communities and everything. Since I don't know, Clubhouse is getting super popular, right? Have you noticed that people started investing their time, money, and resources into running podcast more, or it's not really affecting? Do you think that's a big deal or not really?
I think, like, first of all, I can tell you what my tech bubble, like my tech algorithmic bubble, is feeding me. So I
Yeah.
would like to preface that. So my tech bubble shows that because we have a community for podcasters, we see that a lot of people are really interested in podcasting. But actually, if we do a research and see if the podcasting is the medium that is the most monetizable, it's bringing the most income or not. Sadly, right now, audio is not that much of a monetizable channel. I don't remember what was the resource. It was either the influencer marketing or some website like that. They did the research of how many podcasts are actually getting monetized. And first of all, a lot of podcasters are dropping off their podcasts around the 10th episode. So there are a lot of abandoned podcasts. And second of all, podcasts usually get monetized when they get some to the substantial amount of downloads per episode. It starts around 1000, and just to get to that number, it's very hard because first of all, podcasting is a very lonely journey, as I mentioned. You are just broadcasting your podcast
Mhm.
to the people, and you rarely get feedback. And that's why actually a lot of podcasters naturally start communities for their podcast just to get at least some kind of feedback about what they are doing. And as for Clubhouse, I think they definitely added to the hype of audio and podcasting in general. And mm, seeing how Discord communities are used now are because a lot of people who want to start community actually pick Discord because it has that feature built in, like audio and video channels.
Mhm.
So I think it will get big, but for me right now, Clubhouse is a bubble, and that once a lot of people, enough amount of people will get access to it, it will just become like something like Telegram, because Telegram also has community building features. Also, audio. You can do video calls and audio calls in on Telegram as well as a community. So that's just my opinion. It's nice when it's so exclusive. It's nice when a lot of Silicon Valley dudes are on that rooms. Like Elon Musk is there. Oh my god! But when like a regular Joe who has just a podcast about being a dad, for example, there are a lot of podcasts on that theme. So when that Joe gets access to it, I think it will again become this oversaturated channel, and people will need to find other resources and places to promote themselves. That's just my opinion.
Thank you for your opinion. It was really interesting to know. So, do we wrap it up and continue our conversation about paid communities in the People channel, or what do we do
um
next?
I want to wrap it up with the following. So, what I've heard is that paid communities is a nice thing and it's a good filter to figure out if people actually value what you're doing. And it's quite easy to do on Discord. Discord has all the features around it. If you want to automate it and plug it into your payment system, that's fine. If you want to plug it into whatever else you're doing, like newsletters and everything, that's fine. And yeah, we should probably talk about community retention mechanics and everything else, but let's do it just right now off the record. Again, you all are invited to join us in people's channel in our Discord, which
Yay.
is here. which is here. We are joining this channel right now. See you there.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it? Did they do an awesome outro?
Yes, it's
You
good.
did.
It's good.
You did.